I have my crafting clothes on, so that's why you see all of this junk. I have messed up several pieces of clothing messing around with this daggone resin. So, as I'm waiting, I'm just going to pour. I just really don't see this is going to be enough. I really don't. But I have my other bottle, my other cups on standby, just in case. So I'm pouring 500. I'm using a 1-to-1 ratio here. And this is Dr. Crafty. This is the one that I started off using a while ago. And I just decided to go back to it and try it. Hey, Shawana. Yup, I'm working on a man head tonight, Shawana, and I have no idea what color I'm using. I don't know. That's why I took out the mica powder and the ink, because I don't know what I'm going to be using actually. Now this is all the way to the top. Again, this is Dr. Crafty. It even feels different. Dr. Crafty, it feels different than the Pro Marine. Pro Marine seems to be a little bit thicker than this, and this is just smooth. I haven't used Dr. Crafty in a long time because my daughter told me about Pro Marine. She uses Pro Marine, and I still like Pro Marine. I just wanted to try this to see what's happening. So that's why I started early, because I really wanted to get ready. I didn't want y'all to have to watch me stir this stuff. And you still gotta stir it, like, make sure you get the sides just like you would stir a cake. Well, not just like, but y'all know what I mean. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough. I should have done the water test first. That's really what I should have done. But I've been... Let's see. I have no idea what colors I'm using. I was thinking about using black for the hair. And mixing some silver in it. But that silver is too dominant. I don't have time to be playing with that silver. So I have my protective mats down this time. So hopefully nothing will go awry. This is so smooth. Like, you wouldn't even think I had put the thickener in there. The hardener. This is so smooth. Haven't used it in a while, so I don't really remember what the texture of it was. Hey, Creative Mom. Hey, husband. He called me wifey. He's funny. I'm trying to figure out what colors I'm going to use. So these are my mica powders, and these are my inks. So of course the first thing I pick up is black, right? And this is black. I don't know really. I don't know what color to make him. What color should I make him? Ooh, that was too much. Ooh, I got this setting up. Ooh. I'm glad I didn't do anything yet. I hope everybody can come back on. If I don't respond to your comments, it's because I can't see them. And I turned off my computer because they are in close proximity, but usually with cable or internet you don't have that problem if you have more than one thing running. So I don't know, child. What I do know is that's quite annoying. So these two colors look too much alike. So I'm definitely, yeah, they look too much alike, darling. This one needs to really be black. Here we go with the dropsies. This is quite annoying. I don't know what's going on with this internet, but it's really making me mad. Now this is the gray. So I want him to have gray and black hair, because that's what my husband's hair looks like. His is white. And I just want to mix it up. Just mix it up in there. See, the thing about mica powder is that it stops the color. I mean, you can put it in there, and once you put another color in there, it'll stop it from running. Now, the other color that I want to use is brown, but it's where's that one color I took out? This one? This is like a champagne color. I don't even know what color to make him, because this down here, I will have to make this in ink. I didn't want his face. I didn't want the black to come down to his face like that. But it did. Uh-oh. Y'all, all I can say is thank y'all for supporting me. Even though this internet is acting a fool, I appreciate it. Because I want this part to be brown. Since I didn't have brown mica powder, I have to use the ink. I want his face to be brown. I want him to have salt and pepper hair. Trying to mix this brown in here as much as I can. That's his nose and his mouth right there. And this is just his skin. But I just wanted to be brown. His nose. I just wanted him to be brown. But that black did kind of take over it. This, if I can tell y'all, this epoxy feels so different. I don't recall this Dr. Crafty feeling like this, but it feels so different. It's completely different than I remember it. It's so fluid. It's not thick like the Pro Marine. So it depends on how this works. I might have to go back to using this one. I'm loving this. I like this up here. And I want the brown to just settle. I just want it to settle. That's his eyebrow. I really didn't want it to come down. I didn't want the black to come down that far. But it did. So we're just going to go with the flow. With that, chop it up, chop, chop, chop it up. Chop it up, chop it up, chop, chop, chop it up. Chop it up, chop it up, chop, chop, chop it up. Chop it up, chop it up, chop, chop, chop it up. Chop it up. Chop it up. Chop it up. You better chop, 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 chop it up. So that's, we're gonna see how that's gonna settle. Because let's put this one here. I just needed that brown to be a little bit further up, but that black says I'm taking over. I'm taking over. So it isn't bad, y'all. It was only only used 500 milligrams, milliliters, milliliter it is. Oh gosh, this looks are deceiving. That head looked like he was about to be a whole nother planet with that big head. Don't talk about his big head, huh? He got a big head. He got a big head. Ain't no lie. He got a big head. Let me see if I can see some of y'all comments on my phone. Because alright, y'all, this thing is acting a fool. It's getting on my nerves. So, y'all can see this. This is a pretty color. And this is his face. We just... Oh, wait a minute. I'm hearing voices. It is this. Child boo. So, we'll see what happens with this. And play around. Well, I ain't gonna play around with it. I don't know. I know Pro Marine sets up really quick. This is, Dr. Crafty. It's not even hot yet. It's not even hot. So, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to use... Uh-oh. We'll see. I didn't want his hair to go beyond his eyebrow, but it did. Because this is his nose and his mouth and his chin and his Adam's apple, as Rhonda so eloquently showed us that the Adam's apple was there. So I wanted it to be from here up where his eyebrow is. Bingo bango, but listen, that's the way it is. That's the way it's going to turn out. I can't do nothing about it. Later on, I'm going to come back in here and try to put some, maybe I might put a handle on it. I don't know. It's supposed to be a serving tray, but you don't necessarily need a handle to do that. Now that I look at the head, it's not as bad. It's not as big as I thought it was. Probably because I only used 500 mLs to pour it. I'm telling you, this I gotta see this myself, y'all, because this resin that I'm using right now, this Dr. Crafty, it's so smooth. I really don't remember it being that smooth. But it's super smooth. And I don't even know how long it's gonna take to set up. Y'all know if I would use a Pro Marine, it would start getting hot already. This is not doing anything. It's just sitting here. So what I'm gonna have to do is, well, That's what it'll be. I'm gonna have to close the door because my cat wanna come in here and mess things up. So I'm gonna turn the fan off and I'm gonna close Crafty Works. So just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna close this room and I'm gonna turn the air off and I'm gonna let it cook and see what it turns out to be. Cause I'm really kind of shocked that it felt so thin. Even when I poured the hardener in it, it still felt thin. So I'm anxious to see how this is going to turn out. And you can mix it and you can stir and you can do all of that and it's still going to self-center. So what I got to do is come back when this starts getting, right before it starts getting tacky, to try to make a design in it if I want to design, because I can tell you this right now. You see I've been playing around and it's not going to do anything. It's not the design that I put in it because it's still self-centering. So it's fun to play with it though. But it's almost like a watery consistency. And I know I poured the 2 different ones in there. Because when I saw the, anyway, I know I poured it right. It's just thin. It's weird. I'm not going to pour any more molds because I really want to see how this is going to turn out. So we're just not even going to do that. And you see how my little trays are? These were the banks that I got from the Dollar Tree. They were the banks. And I just took the back off and put my stuff in there because that way it's easier for me when I want to reach something instead of having them big long tubes out and trying to have space for that and do all that. Sometimes you got to work smarter, not harder, to get what you want to do. So this is all I'm going to do tonight because I was going to actually do, excuse me, I was actually going to do the mirrors tonight, but I had to do that tomorrow because this is so I guess I don't even want to